Hello, this is Flo.
This is Jane.
This is Brandon.
What's up? This is Sandy. Welcome to String Along. Today's episode is Goodbye 2020.
And hello, 2021. Happy New Year! And and today we have a very special topic to talk about, and it's pretty much reflected on how 2020 has been, especially for everyone.
So, it is a season of coziness and festivities. However, during this time of the year, especially during the pandemic, when things feel a little bit more chaotic, it can trigger feelings of sadness or anxiety. So, today we're going to recap the year of 2020 and we're going to talk about gratitude or things and resolutions we plan on looking forward to. So, the first question to you guys is, what are some big events that have happened to you in the year of 2020? Was there any like certain events that happened? Like for example, like I graduated this year, ooh.
I was so quiet
And
because I think there's so many things that happened that I didn't know where to start, where to think, or what to think about. But I think just to begin with, at the beginning of the year, I started a new job in real estate, and then eventually, COVID started, and I started losing motivation when we had to
Wait,
work
Flo,
at
you
home.
forgot one thing.
What did I forget,
You forgot about Vegas, man.
bruh? I thought we were talking about the negative stuff, or yeah, we don't have to focus on the bad things. Never mind. But yeah, eventually I quit. But yeah, one of the good things that happened was February Valentine's weekend. We went to Vegas right before COVID started getting bad, and that was lit.
Yes,
Lucky.
we definitely had a good time.
so to start off, what are some big events that have happened to you in the year of 2020?
I understand that everyone was affected by the pandemic. It's definitely a big it was a life changing, especially for me and you, Sandy. We just graduated. We thought that we were gonna secure jobs. We
Mm-hmm.
thought that we would be independent. We thought that we'll be on our own, right? But definitely that has took a turn, and yeah, it's unfortunate. But I'm pretty sure everyone has a different path in mind. So, Flo, what happened to you?
Um. So I definitely I think the biggest thing that's happened to me. Well, obviously it was the pandemic. That's the biggest thing that's happened to anybody. But I've learned a lot out of this, and so I guess I'm grateful for that. And by landing a job and then realizing that I can't work from home, it's not really my thing because I like to meet people, I like to interact with people. I started realizing that yeah, like an office job wouldn't really be my thing, or even working at home wasn't gonna be my thing too. So eventually, I ended up quitting my job. But then from then on, that's when I started learning more about what type of person I am, who I am, and what I should focus on.
I can't think of anything that happened to me other than all the bad things. For me personally, like the wildfires like everywhere.
Oh, I forgot
The
about that too.
yeah, the death of Kobe Bryant, COVID, the Black Lives Matter. Just so many things that happen, and like I guess we are all in like part of it. Like we would mourn for the death, the fires, the COVID, and even for BLM, maybe we stood for them. You know, I know Flo was like stuck in the streets. He couldn't come back home for
Oh,
like 2 hours or something like that
yeah,
because
during the
of
protests.
Wow.
the protest, because they just blocked their street. So
Yep.
yeah,
Wow.
I mean, it was pretty cool. I like the fact that everybody was standing together. So I thought that was a pretty cool experience, to be there and to fight for the same matter.
I think COVID has definitely taken a turn in terms of making us realize the things that we have right now, and at the same time the things we don't have.
Like Brandon said, we graduated this year. Of course, for me personally, we held a virtual graduation, but um, they messed up on the virtual graduation and they didn't even call out or list out the names of all the people from the last name starting with T's and like all the way to the rest of it. And so I didn't get my virtual graduation. That was pretty upsetting because I was just like, oh, at least it'll be virtual, like that's fine. But when I didn't, get my name like out on the screen either, I was just like pretty upset about that. But I've learned a lot of things from that. I was just like, okay, things like this happen. Like, you just have to move on from it. So speaking of like all these negative things that have happened, instead of focusing on the bad things, we should condition ourselves to focus on like having a better mindset for the new year. So I wanted to talk about this study that was done on gratitude, and it showed that there is an association between gratitude and an individual's well-being or greater happiness. So what they found out was that when they separated students into 3 groups, one focusing on gratitude, one focusing on hassles and annoyances, and then the third group focusing on events that had occurred. And to summarize it, pretty much those who were writing like gratitude diaries or like journal entries, it seemed more beneficial to them no matter what. And like it showed improvements of mood, optimistic outlook, life satisfaction, as well as like being more altruistic. So this like during this episode, let's focus on like the things we're grateful for or like the things we appreciate. So what are some things you guys are grateful for?
I'm grateful that none of us have had COVID, or none of our family had COVID. So that I'm very grateful, and I'm very glad that none of us had it. And I definitely pray for all the ones that are infected or, just struggling even mentally, that they would all get better. And I'm also thankful for my job. None of us got fired or laid off, so I'm very thankful for that. And my family and I moved to Brea, and our apartment is really nice, so I'm grateful for that too. It just everything worked out. Like we really wanted to move into a better house because we knew we were gonna stay home pretty much for the rest of the year. So we're like, oh, let's get a house that we would like to stay in and wouldn't struggle as much. So grateful for that as well.
I'm definitely grateful for, yeah, I think my uncle got COVID because he works in the hospital with my aunt, but they survived, and I'm very thankful for that. And yeah, I want to say thank you to all the people who put their lives, policemen, firefighters, nurses, doctors. And yeah, if it wasn't for you guys, we've been in a much worse situation. I'm also thankful for my parents, although they can't come to my graduation or to the US, they're doing their best to stay healthy. So that's definitely like something fortunate. And I think like we also get to spend more time with our families rather than going out all the time. So I think that was one of the most like obvious things because we're always at home. And I think spending time with people that you care about, and definitely just grateful for having people like you guys, friends, to support, mentally and physically. Dang, this is pretty emotional, guys. Okay.
Well, this year I'm very grateful that I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful that I have all my friends and my family who are healthy, and I'm grateful that I have time to focus on my hobbies and stuff rather than like focusing on the bad stuff, like not having a job. It's like, oh, I have more time to like do what I love.
I think mostly everything has been said, right? I'm definitely grateful for friends, for opportunities that have been made because of thanks to all the time we have now at this point. There's always a negative outlook and a positive one, and then in this stance, I'm trying to take a positive look to it. And by not having a job, that means I have a lot of free time to work on things that I want to do and things that I want to pursue. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful for the fact that we're all healthy despite this pandemic. So that's great. I mean, there's a lot to be grateful for. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are happy at the fact that SAT scores are no longer being, calculated or taken care of, and then GRE as well. That's a great thing because now I'm in grad school, and one of the main reasons
Yeah.
why I'm in grad school was because I applied last minute, and if I had applied last minute without a GRE, I would have never made it. The fact that the GRE scores, the GRE was taken down, I'm very grateful for that too. But yeah,
But if it wasn't for COVID, you probably would you consider going into masters or not?
I would have probably left the US. So I
Really?
would have considered masters, but maybe a couple years later. So I would have
Mm.
considered like a couple years, and then I might have moved like back to France or like South Korea. I don't know. But I would have left the US for sure.
I find it crazy how this pandemic, especially during our generation or for everyone else, this is very new. And I find it just like interesting how we all, if it wasn't for, the pandemic, we wouldn't be able to know what we want to do as a side, for fun. Because originally when we thought the pandemic, when there was no pandemic, we were like, oh, we gotta get a job and then just go with our lives. But because of this pandemic, it gave me time to reflect on myself more. So, and I realized what kind of person I am today. I mean, until now, like, I'm still trying to figure out, but if it wasn't for the pandemic, I guess I wouldn't be able to know what I want. And I wouldn't be happy, maybe. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
guys?
I think personally for this pandemic, it kind of bought me more time to like, try to figure out who I am or like what my plans are for the future. So yeah. So I wanted to ask you guys, like, what are some things you would typically be doing if it wasn't for, coronavirus?
Going out at the same time looking for jobs.
I was gonna say that like this time last year, we would have been partying it up, getting ready for New Year's, and just
Yes.
drinking a shit ton,
Woo!
Well, thinking about this as well, though, it's I guess somewhat thanks to this pandemic, we're not consuming as much alcohol
I
as
knew
we
I
would
knew you were
have.
gonna say that. I had a feeling you were gonna say that,
I don't know
Drew.
about
I
that.
know.
I'm 100%. Oh no, okay, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm almost like I'm highly sure. Well, I don't know how to say it, but I'm pretty sure that if the pandemic didn't happen, I would have spent way more money on alcohol, going out, drinking, food, and I mean, it would have been worse for my
But
body, in my opinion.
once the pandemic is over, I'm pretty sure people are just gonna spend as much, or they're gonna be even more crazy when they go drinking, partying, socializing.
you missed out on all those, so you got to make up for it, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, but we'll definitely lose that I get that line. You know how there's always a line that you must not cross. So I feel like people would forget that standard like social like I guess like that social limitation. I don't know. I'm just I'm just thinking that everyone's gonna be different now, especially after
Yeah,
the pandemic.
I think people are gonna start also realizing more of the grateful sides of life, because like without bad there's no good, without good there's no bad,
Mm.
and because we're experiencing like bad, we're finally getting to know what's good or what's really good, and eventually once the pandemic is gone, technically the majority of the bad things are gone, and then everybody's gonna be more grateful and they're gonna party it up even more, man. Because now at this point they're gonna realize that partying was fun. It was more fun than they realized, I guess.
Mm,
I'm kind of
that's
afraid that there are gonna be way too many people in everything, like Disneyland, like and like NBA
Oh
game.
my
I don't know,
god.
and I just feel like everything's gonna be so expensive now, and and we're getting more broke
Uh,
as pandemic happens. So I don't know. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen.
yeah. I think there's just endless possibilities out there after the pandemic.
It's a scary time to be a Z-Gen, actually, especially if you just
oh
recently
yeah.
graduated.
Mm,
But it is what it
But
is.
but it is what it is. I was gonna say that. Like, you know what? We can't do anything but move forward.
Hmm.
that is true.
See, if we didn't find a job, if we did find a job, string along wouldn't have happened, to be
True.
honest.
Mm-hmm. I
But
agree. So speaking of moving forward, so do you guys have any New Year's resolutions in mind?
Oh, I definitely want to get into stocks. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have done stocks until the pandemic. Actually, really interesting. You get to kind of like follow how the economy is and like pay attention to what's going on. So it's pretty cool. And also, yeah, I want to lose 15 pounds.
I don't know how much you weigh now, but
Okay, let's not tell everyone, but
yeah,
I want
that's
to
why I stay quiet.
around May, I was able to lose 15 pounds and then I gained them right back. And then now I want to lose it, lose it again. Oh, okay, this is gonna be my new, I want to do a pull up. So
One
random.
pull up, like one single pull up.
Yeah.
Put some
That is
cricket
my
noise right here. Cricket noise.
Why? I can't do it. Can you guys do pull ups? I don't think so.
I can't.
I could
Okay.
barely do one push up.
My belly's too big.
My belly's too big.
To be honest, I want to hopefully, knock on wood, that we can grow string along. I find this such a joy, such a relaxation, especially talking, and I find it a good way to practice to present. So definitely, I want to be a present. I want to look like a presentable person. So definitely, string along is on my list. I want to have at least 1,000 followers for now. We want as a team, right, guys? We
Yeah.
want to see how far we can, test our limits. We want to know how many people are actually interested in our content. Get a job, god damn it. But a job that's worth get a job that's worth understanding and learning professionally and personally. And I guess lastly is just, being able to travel, I guess. Not a resolution, but it's more of like, dang, we need to create content so we can travel. Because we have plans coming up, guys. And it's crazy. So crazy. Yeah, and like Jane, I want to be healthier. So definitely want to be more lean, no more chubs. Want to say goodbye to chubs.
That's actually very interesting that you guys, want to lose weight. For me, on the other hand, I want to gain weight because I remember like back when I was junior in college, people said I actually looked healthy when I had more weight gain. And that's also because like I was more happier by the time I was in my junior year of college. So I was like, okay, that is kind of one of my goals. Like I want to look healthy. I want to be happy. Yeah. And I also want to like focus on myself, improve on things and learn how to sew with a sewing machine. I want to make clothes. It's weird, but I actually want to start making clothes as a hobby.
That is interesting.
Make us a string along merch.
I got you guys.
Hey.
I have a design in mind. So if you're really gonna do it, then do it.
All right, we'll talk. We'll talk later about it.
Yeah.
You said you
Okay,
wanted to
Flo.
gain weight. Do you know if you want to gain muscles or fat? I mean, because those are two different New Year's resolution, in my opinion, right? It's one you
Yeah,
work out,
yeah.
the other one is you eat more.
Yeah, I
Wait.
think I want to gain both. TH, because I am kind of very underweight. So for sure, like gaining both would be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so you wanna appearance wise look healthy at the same time mentally too. You want to be physically able to do things, right?
I want to be able to punch Brandon easily.
Knock him out. Just gotta knock him punch him at the right spot. That's it.
Yeah, punch me right here.
Yeah, that's all you gotta
I'll be
do.
able to take it.
With or without strength.
You know what? This is a New Year's resolution. I'll let you punch me one day.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
My New Year's resolution changed, everyone.
The punching floor. Oh wait, too late.
Not you this time. This year, the next year you.
Where's that
But
spot right here? This is the part where I want to punch Brandon. Right here.
Wait, I didn't sign up to be a punching bag. What the fuck?
What about
Wait,
you,
Flo,
Flo?
what is your New Year's resolution?
It's the same as all of yours.
Yeah,
So you want to lose weight and gain weight at the same time?
I do. I want to lose fat. So I
muscle.
want to lose
I want
fat,
to get
but I want
muscle.
to gain muscles. So I want to lose weight and gain weight too.
And are you trying to look good, or are you just trying to feel healthy? Because there's a difference.
It's low key both. I think I'm like, damn, I don't know, man. It would feel nice to feel healthy again in some ways. So it's not like I feel unhealthy, but I don't know, when I didn't have to worry about how much alcohol I was drinking or what type of food I was eating, that was great back then. And now it's like when I drink alcohol, it's more like, oh shit, man, this was worth the meal. So it's like, damn. So I guess, yeah, being healthy for the looks and for the feeling.
Mm.
Another New Year's resolution of mine, I guess, is to be more disciplined overall, which means to be more like specific. It's like be able to read books because I said I was going to, but also because I want to grow my mindset. Um,
But are you for sure gonna read books?
I'm definitely reading books. I'm reading books, so it's already on its way. I'm just
Not
hoping.
textbooks.
Nah, fuck
Not
textbooks, bro.
textbooks.
Nah, not textbooks. I don't read textbooks, man.
Flo likes
No.
reading books.
I like reading books, but I don't push myself to reading it. And so right now I'm like, because I always tell myself, I always put my other priorities that are like, worse. So I guess in some ways I want to manage my time better, prioritize things, have discipline, and then eventually make some money off of stocks, just like Jane said. And then eventually get a 4.0 GPA in my grad school. That's my big goal. While making money, while growing my mindset. I'm just trying to be a high performer.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't achieve for pro, can we do something to you?
Ooh,
If
let's
I
do
don't
a
achieve,
punishment. Let's choose one resolution that we really want to achieve, and if we don't do it, let's have a punishment. Out of all your resolution, pick one. Whoever comes last loses as well, okay?
read 20 pages.
Okay.
4.0 GPA for me.
I think for me is expand, string along.
Okay.
But you guys can't be like, oh, now he wants to
Drag
expand.
Brendan
Let's
down.
just not do it. Yeah. No, I'm like, wait.
As soon as we have
I just wanna-
999, I'm gonna unfollow.
I want to just see how much we can get, how many viewers.
Yeah, no, that's a good goal. I think for me personally, I definitely would like to see some weight gain this coming year.
When you were healthy, like what was the difference between when you were healthy and now?
I
Pound
think
wise.
I think I was like about 10 pounds. Actually, well, I was about 20 pounds heavier than I am now.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Ooh.
so definitely I lost a lot of weight from, stressing near the end of college.
I'll lose 15 pounds or maybe 20 pounds. I just want to lose some face fat, guys.
I feel that like whenever I gain weight like on my face like first.
Wait, I think it's all Asians. I don't know. Me too.
But I feel like it's also the first place that I
These
lose
have-
my fat.
Mm.
Which
Bro,
is
I
kinda
put
weird.
it in the tummy and then in the face. That's it.
Yeah. You say you only have fat like in your tummy and your face? Yeah, that's the exact same thing, man. What the fuck's wrong? Look at my arm. It's kind of skinny, yo. It's like fucking
Yeah, look
bony.
at my arm. Yeah.
And then
yeah.
you look at my fucking belly. Oh shit! No, I'm not gonna. That was already enough.
No, I just find it interesting that's a really good thing that you mentioned, Jane. I think this is more of a motivation for everyone.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and what are the consequences? All yes, string along viewers will be able to witness the consequences built upon those that have
Maybe
not followed.
we should let the viewers decide the
Yeah.
consequences.
Yeah.
But
Type message to us on Instagram or YouTube and just put consequences or 2021 consequences, and then just send it to us. Shoot us a message, please.
It could be like we have to dress as the opposite sex, and then they have to wear dresses, or I don't know. And then we'll make content out of it, and then we will publish it on YouTube.
That is so bad. What the hell?
Hey, all we
That
gotta
is
do
so
is
bad.
actually get. All we gotta do is fulfill our New Year's resolution.
How do you guys plan to achieve those goals?
Workout.
I think for me it's just we gotta work as a team. That's it for mine. But I think we're doing a really good job, especially with a span of 3 months. We've definitely gone like pretty good. We've been consistent, so consistency is key. What about you? I
Yeah,
don't know,
that's
but
true.
I'm personally believe that I will have to prioritize school over anything.
get out of here, bro. All you do is
No
play your
more,
World
no
of
more
Warcraft.
I
partying,
don't.
Flo.
I think I'll achieve my New Year's resolution, but we will know that I failed my first year's resolution. New Year's resolution.
The French can
I was
speak.
like revolution. Fuck. But yeah,
Revolution.
we'll fail it literally straight 3 months in if I don't even get my 4.0 in the first quarter, which kind of
Yep,
blows.
that's
Damn.
If you ever want to see Flo wearing a dress,
bro. It's your deathbed. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, but if there's no high risk, like, come on. Like,
Okay.
if your New Year's resolution is like this, right, or like a year long thing, a lot of the times it fails. I think because eventually you don't do it today, you can do it tomorrow. You don't do it tomorrow, you can do it after tomorrow, and then that can be the exact same thing for that New Year's resolution, right? Because eventually, if you didn't lose or gain the weight you wanted, you still have another 6 months starting June to start losing or gaining that weight. So then you
Yeah, but for
procrastinate
you,
it.
it's not.
Exactly. So that's what I like about it. The fact that I have to go at it from day one, and I can't procrastinate. And I mean, it's hard, it's tough, and I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. I'm not saying I'm really confident about it, but I'm trying to push myself. That's why I want to.
All right, Jane. I want you to save this clip, and then when we do like a like a recap, we'll he'll know what happens.
Don't worry, I'll remember this.
that'd be crazy if we all talk about it and then like next year's we're all like, I mean, like Sandy gains weight, I lose weight, Brandon is the same, and then Flo has 4.0.
I come out as
Hey
a
guys,
genius.
if we do it, I'll be proud. We
Yep.
gotta do it.
Flo's gonna delete it. He's gonna be like, the video's gone.
Something happened.
I lost it. We lost the audio.
I wanted to ask if there are any habits that you guys developed through this pandemic or even just this year in general.
That is such a good question. Um,
I think I've been more alert. Like just because of people wearing masks and people who don't, I'm very cautious when I touch things now. And whenever I go out, I make sure that I have hand sanitizer, just proper hygiene, I guess.
Hmm.
That's definitely like one of the biggest habits. Like I'm such a germaphobe nowadays. Like
Yeah, I think that's the biggest habit too for me. I literally go out. If I touch the doorknob, I come back and I use my soap and I just wash my hands, soap and whatever. Sometimes I feel lazy, but my habit overcomes my laziness, which is mind
mhm.
blowing. Because I'll be like, dude,
Mhm.
I just touched the doorknob. Who cares? And then I'm like, nah, fuck it. What if that one person before me had COVID? So then I was like, I always go and wash it.
I
Most
think that's like
important.
one thing, as like, especially for Asians, the first thing we have to do was wash our hands. But when do we like do that like every single time? But now like we're like, hey, like we come home, we're like, hi mom, hi dad, whatever, and then you walk through
Wash your
everyone,
hands, yeah.
or like, you have to wash your hands first. So
And then you
I
say
think
hi.
yeah, and then you say hi afterwards. Like I think that's like one thing that I'm actually gonna carry. Even when the pandemic's over, like I'm just gonna make sure I wash my hands every time, and that's a good habit.
yeah, no, I definitely agree. I didn't realize how, I guess, unhygienic I was before, like
Oh
not
my
like
god.
washing my hands right away or something. But now I'm just like, okay, I think I'm definitely gonna keep it, like keep like keeping my hands clean and stuff every time I get home. You know, now that you realize how bad germs and viruses could be. Um, but yeah, for me personally, the habit I formed was keeping in contact with my friends every month. So I would
Ooh.
do a rotation where I call one friend each month and check up on them, and then we just catch up and stuff. And I think that's really good because I'm kind of keeping my relationships with my friends instead of kind of cutting them off because I know that's like something that happens pretty commonly after college. And that was one of my biggest worries too, like graduating and stuff. So I'm pretty content with like being able to keep in touch with all my friends.
The pandemic actually helped me like talk to someone that I didn't talk to for like years. Like they would just like hit me up and I would still have to say no to hanging out, but still like but
It's an outreach.
mine got so bad. Like I became so antisocial and like I used to be on my phone like texting like 24/7, but after this whole pandemic, like I suck at replying now. So like all my friends like they're like, come on, Jane, like answer me or text me back. And it's literally I'll text them back after like 2 days. I'm like, oops.
What?
So bad. Also washing hands. I haven't gotten sick for the past year. Like not even a
No,
cold,
yeah, me too.
right?
I have
Like
not gotten sick like the whole year.
I believe it's because you took the flu shot, most likely.
No, but I took the flu shot in like August.
Isn't that
And
good
normally
enough
when I
though?
get, but when we get the flu, I get the flu around January. I get sick all the time every year in January. I don't
It
know
hasn't
why,
It's
but it's
coming,
not
always,
bro.
January
It's
yet.
coming. Winter's coming.
no, but honestly though, like power of washing hands, like I used to get sick like at least 3 times a year and I haven't gotten sick yet. So it's pretty cool. What is that? Vitamin?
Oh, yeah, one habit. By looking at that, one habit that I just gained was taking in vitamins.
vitamin C.
Mm.
I constantly take vitamins every day now. And but that's because I'm also not getting any sun anymore. So I'm staying 24/7 at home, which fucking sucks.
That's interesting. I think definitely 2020 is definitely gotten like different. It's gonna create like a different society.
You know how everyone says 2020 vision? It really is 2020 vision this year. You're seeing how things are like I think that's just kind of interesting. Anyways, so do you guys have any like last advice for the viewers to, help them reach their goals?
I think the biggest lesson was COVID year, which is this year. This year itself was the biggest lesson. Um, I feel like if you've had a lot of time, free time, and you haven't accomplished anything, then or you haven't like made any progress and you're not satisfied or happy still, then it's definitely got to do with distraction and something that's keeping you behind. I mean, I don't want to say it in any negative way or anything like that, but this year with a lot of free time, then a lot of people should have been able to accomplish it. So a lot of people see it as this year as a way to like have improve their lives a lot or just stay stable, and which is fine. You know, if nothing happened, if nothing special happened, if you haven't grown, it's completely fine. But also with all the amount of time we have, we should look into maybe like time management or something like that, or discipline.
I think 2020 has given us so much time in terms of making us know or feel what we want. Like for me, like I think that 2020 has gotten me has given me that chance to actually see what I like doing and what I look forward to, especially in the future. I mean, right now it's all like, cloudy. It's like everything's stopping you, right? Like you feel like, no one's gonna, it's only you that can change, because of that mentality. So being alone has definitely helped me like grow. So I think for 2021 is initiating or just taking a step forward now. I think everyone has their own ways of taking that step, but I would say just go for it. If you think whatever you think that you want to do, just go for it, honestly.
I think my advice for the viewers is stay committed to your goals. Always affirm yourself on committing your goals. That way you could condition your brain to accept your beliefs. For example, like if you're trying to gain more self confidence, you have to believe that you are confident. Like I think one of the things I always stick to is like, just fake it till you make it. I think that helped me a lot in gaining self confidence myself. So I think, yeah, just keep that in mind for the New Year's resolution?
For me, I would just encourage everyone to just count your blessings, just everything that you're thankful for now, like you being alive. That's one thing that is literally the biggest blessing. And whatever you did, it's like 2020 definitely opened our eyes to everything.
Mm,
2019, it's like I don't even remember what I did, but whatever it was, whatever I did last year, I think I could do better next year when I am able to do it. So just go step by step. Don't try to do everything at once. So, yeah, just one at a time. And I would just say, like, create your own opportunity and like everything that you thought of that you wanted to do when the world is better. Just think about it now. Think it thoroughly now. So maybe you could do it next year. So,
at this point in time, we are at the lowest of low.
Mhm.
You can't go any lower. The only thing to go is up. The only way to go is up.
I want to add
I
on
miss
top of
that.
that as well. I think it's one thing that Brandon mentioned even in the past episode. It was your biggest asset is your mind. Just like a lot of sayings, there's a lot of sayings out there about that, and it's you should take this time to focus on yourself and like understand who you really are, learn more about yourself, and within 1 year you can accomplish a lot. I think that's what I've mainly learned about this whole pandemic. Throughout this whole pandemic, there was so much I learned, and I could have learned even more on top of that. So 1 year is a lot of time to do anything, to change your entire life.
Just FYI to the viewers, this is yeah, it's not a normal podcast where we joke around as much, but it's just something that we think that we should reflect on, just for our sake, and to also like help each other understand that you're not in that boat alone. We're all going through something, and yeah, we miss our jokes, we miss our laughs, but today it's more of like being grateful and looking forward to 2021, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
So viewers, if you have some resolutions you want to make and you want to let us know, just comment or direct message us.
Take care of yourself. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Join our Discord channel as well. Say a quick hi, and ideally, it's best that you comment your New Year's resolution. Your New Year's resolution. That way, it is printed somewhere, and because it is written somewhere, you are more likely to actually achieve it.
all right. Well, I hope you guys have a happy new year, our team as well. And I hope all your dreams come true in 2021.
Happy New Year.
Woo!
Spend time with your family and friends. And looking forward to string along, right, guys?
Yes.
Yep.